Greetings! Another laid-back video with the Tattooed Freak Photographer. I got some inside information today that Sony is really pissing off some people, its customers. What do they do? Well, this is straight from the horse's mouth. Sony has, unlike Nikon, who'll run ads, lens sales, like towards Christmas, and I don't know, whenever there's a slump or something, but it's consistent and it's announced. Sony likes to raise and lower the prices, spur of the moment, spits and spurts here and there, completely arbitrarily without rhyme, reason, or logic. And what's happening is, of course, Sony doesn't have a serious output, and well, two things, but first this. The people that are actually ordering the Sonys that are on sale for like $400 off or something, I think that was the last sale, they'll order that and they'll pre-order it, but Sony's production is just so slow that once the camera arrives, the customers are refusing to take the camera because once it arrives, the price is another $400 higher. So I have direct source reports confirmed that people are getting pissed because they'll order the camera for X number of dollars, and when it arrives, it's like, well, this camera's $400 more than when you ordered it. And people are like, what? Well, sorry. So epic fail on Sony for that one. And I do have, not hearsay, but I have two confirmed reports. It's only two, but I'm sure it's actually widespread. I mean, it's like you see a cockroach. You see one cockroach, you know there's a whole pile more of them where that one came from. Two confirmed reports of people that returned their Sony A7rIIs because they were overheating like a frying egg on a skillet. Shooting 4K video. One specific report was a wedding photographer that brought, logically so, you always gotta have a backup camera to a wedding shoot. He brought two A7rIIs and he thought he'd shoot video intermingled with the photographs. Well, it turns out that 9 minutes in or so, the camera totally shut down, and it shut down for a long time. Then he grabbed the other camera and he shot it, and it went for like 11 minutes, and then it shut down. So he had two kaput cameras, which totaled to $6,000, by the way, right there between the two of them. Yeah, and those cameras were returned. So I did notice that a sponsored mouthpiece for Sony, and this is what I call duplicitous. This is the definition of inconsistent duplicity, was complaining that the new Nikon D5, which I am getting, by the way, as soon as I get my hands on the D5, I actually have a D5 coming to me. Yes. Anyway, this person that is a tool for Sony was complaining that and rightfully so, to a degree, or it's duplicitous, that the Nikon D5 only shot 3 minutes of 4K video, which it does, and it only does it in DX crop mode too. So it's for shooting little clips, but the Nikon D5 isn't designed as a video camera. It is designed to be a machine gun for sports, news, and action. It's a photojournalistic camera for sports, news, action, and like bad weather, wildlife, and you could shoot anything with it, of course. But Nikon knows something that I've said my entire life. You can be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And I used to repair DSLRs, and my God, there's a lot of stuff in a DSLR. Anybody that took a Nikon DSLR apart would see that it's basically 20 pounds of stuff in a 10-pound bag. And Nikon knows that shooting 4K video is too taxing. And it's designed to be a machine gun for serious photographers. Serious videographers are not using DSLRs. Some are, but the real serious, the actual real videographers are using stuff like RED, You know, red dragons, red epics, and 3-chip Canon camcorders, professional camcorders. And, you know, I've got a couple professional camcorders, so Nikon knows that, you know, if you try to be all things to all people, then ultimately you're nothing to nobody. And so I don't give a damn, even if the Nikon D5 doesn't even shoot video. I mean, I don't give a damn. But it is duplicitous that getting back to the Sony mouthpiece, that people were complaining to this person, they're saying, you know, hey, this camera overheats, and he was actually telling people, he was getting frustrated, telling them, well, just go buy a camcorder. So he's telling Sony customers that are complaining about the latest Sony A7R II, so, you know, he's basically telling them, in not so many words, you know, shut the heck up, go buy a camcorder if that's what you need. And he's right on that point. But what he's duplicitous and double-faced on is to complain about the Nikon D5 shooting 3 minutes of 4K video. See, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't tell people bitching and moaning about the A7R II overheating like a frying egg, tell them, yeah, screw it, you know, go buy a video camera. But then at the same time, complain about the Nikon D5 and say, well, it only shoots 3 minutes of 4K video. Yeah, but it ain't overheating and crashing, you know, and shutting off due to overheating. You know, you're damn right it only shoots 3 minutes of 4K video, because it's not designed to be a professional video camera. It's designed to be a professional photography tool. Nikon does not state in the subtitle, Nikon, professional videography tools. It's photography. People that think that both are one and the same are smoking crack. The two are very, very similar on a lot of different ways, but they're definitely sure the hell not the same thing, especially when it comes to the primary chassis, the primary recording device. Things are starting to meld together, but they're still not there, and they may not be for many years. But so anyway, I thought I'd relate that story to you. So epic fail on you, Sony. You fluctuate your prices, and people are returning cameras because they're overheating, and they'll order a camera at one price, and then when it comes in, it's like $400 higher, and they're like, the heck with that, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, you know, I want to pay the original price that I ordered it at. So fail on you, Sony. Nobody's perfect, but that's a bit stupid. Catch you later. All right.